Hello, what's up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome to a new episode of The Road to Glory, episode number 21. So what we're going to see in this one is me making some profit from the bronze pack method, just from doing that loads over the last month or so. It's starting to pay off with some of the SBCs that have come out. If you enjoyed today's episode, do me a favor and smash a thumbs up. Let's try and hit 1,500 thumbs up today. That would be amazing. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new. So what you're seeing, all of these players that have been selling, some of them for a lot more than 200 coins, is because of the Ultimate Scream, or the Halloween-y based SBCs. Which is crazy. Like, some of the ones that come out over the weekend, they offer you like a 7.5k pack, and people are actually buying some of the players that you need for ridiculous amounts. So instead of doing those SBCs myself, I've just been profiting from having some of the players in my club, which has been brilliant. So not only did I sell what I had, I then went back into the old bronze pack method and spent another 15 or 20k on packs just so that I could get some players. Like right here, we get a Plymouth player who sells for, actually not too much because he was in the wrong position and stuff, but still, even he sold for over 500 coins or something, which obviously makes profit on that particular pack, and we've been making loads. So as you can see, we go from like 120 up to like 180,000 coins, literally just from selling stuff for like bronze and silver, like rubbish that we don't really want, which is brilliant. And then I've got a whole bunch of stuff that I'm still trying to sell on the trade pile. But it is squad battles reward time. And obviously, it always says Elite 1. I didn't quite finish there. My typical finish is Elite 3. And you can do that pretty easily. 20,000 coins goes into my account and I get 3 packs. The first pack here, what are we going to get? You can see it's all orange. No light bars, so it's not a drop down. Probably not going to be anything that expensive in there. German. Left wing, Man City, we get ourselves Leroy Sané, and that is the big pull for my squad battles rewards this week. And it's not a huge pull because, let's face it, it's 82 rated winger from the Prem. Nothing great, but he sells for 25,000 coins. Brilliant. Like, that has just made me over 50,000 in total for this week's squad battles, which it is not too hard to play. So absolutely buzzing about that once again. Last week we got Herrera, who was a player that's around 20,000 coins. This week's 20k player or 25k player is Leroy Sané, so I'll definitely take it. So far, Elite 3 has been paying me pretty well for what it actually entails. And honestly, people seem to be getting Elite 2, Elite 1, and not doing any better. So I think Elite 3 is the way to go from now on. We do get a board pull in our final pack. German centre-back. It's not Boateng or Hummels. Unfortunately, it's only Benedict Huverdes. But still, like, that's an alright player, and I'll take all of the players in that pack and they'll store in the club for sure, and SBCs are going to become a lot easier for us. You know, the likes of marquee matchups, all of that stuff is just going to become so much easier for us just by having all of these players in the club. As you can see there, Leroy Sané sold, a whole bunch of other stuff sold, and we go up to 230,000 coins. So, it's a new week. We can try and qualify for this weekend league in case I get the chance to play some games. And this week, I had to put silvers on my bench to get my team down to an 80 rating. That was the requirements for like Monday and Tuesday this week. It was literally you had to have a team that was 80 rated or less, but you could only have silver players. You couldn't have any bronze players, so you couldn't use a bronze bench. You have to use the silver bench. But we get away with it, and we match up against this random team in the very first game. I've got to say, this guy, right off the bat, like, shook me a little bit because he was passing the ball around incredibly well. Like 1-2s with his right back to right mid. For some reason, it was just working against him. Holding possession against me really, really well. I take a shot with Martial there. Doesn't quite work out for us. Heung-min Son then holds it up. Plays it to Martial, but it's a little bit too long. So the cross back in isn't too good. And then Luka Modric loses the ball. However, Son plays it to Martial. We get it back to Heung-min Son. Cut inside the defenders as they try to make their challenges. And a little finesse shot past the goalkeeper. Puts us 1-0 up. It's an alright goal. It wasn't the best. Like, I would have liked to maybe have turned inside by using a skill move or something. That would have made the goal nicer. But really, we just sort of kippered the guy's defence just by cutting inside when I guess he was planning on me running down the wing. Rafa, who was on absolutely zero chem or something like that, plays the ball around like it's like he was actually passing really, really well. Sandro then cuts inside, plays it back to Rafa. Lovely, perfect ball to inform Iago Aspas, who absolutely annihilates my goalkeeper with that finish. That's a lovely goal. Actually couldn't get near that guy for the passing. Like, really, really solid. It's not a very pretty sight to see, though. Iago Aspas running up to the cameras and stuff. But he does score the goal and he gets back into this game. It's 1-1. Like I said, his passing actually really impressed me. Son then tries to take it past the defender, plays it out to Mkhitaryan, and that's a solid goal from that angle. Like, I wasn't really expecting that one to go in. But he runs off celebrating and does that sort of dead pole. I don't know. What is that celebration known as? I should probably know since I did a celebrations tutorial. But as you can see, kickoff goal is about to happen. Not for my opponent, but for me. I managed to get the ball back after this guy took his kickoff. And strangely, like very oddly, I didn't think he would quit like that. But he decides to rage quit. Because I do go 2 goals in the lead. But I reckon he genuinely could have got back into that game. Solid opponent and gave me a game, that's for sure. But when I scored 2 goals, or my 3rd goal, he decided he'd had enough. Into the next round then, and we face up against a very strong looking Prem team. He's got Heung-min Son, he's got Salah, he's even bought himself the full version of Player of the Month, Harry Kane. And I've got to say, a very high pressure player that I needed to pass the ball around, like using lots of 1-touches and stuff, or like, you know, 1-touch passing and 1-2s and things like that in order to get past him. Heung-min Son runs down the line here. I go for the audacious shot. Kasper Schmeichel's having none of it. Is he on form today? Is Kasper Schmeichel going to stop me from winning this match? We'll find out throughout this game, shall we? But I defend him well and push up the pitch. Here we go then. Martial out to Mkhitaryan, gets past that defender, and weirdly, Heung-min Son of all people gets back for this guy to completely and utterly wipe me out. That gives me a penalty. I fake left by looking left and then smash it down the middle with Luka Modric. Decided to take it with him, obviously, because he hasn't been that involved much. I've not been that impressed with him, if I'm honest with you guys. He was killing it for me at the capture event. But so far, at the moment, like, I don't know, he's not really been doing the business. Thinking about selling him and maybe trying to get someone else, but I'm not too sure who it is yet. So we're 1-0 up in this game. I nearly go 2-0 up because Martial was chasing it down like a absolute legend right there. However, Jamie Vardy runs straight past my awful defending, and obviously he's going to slot that one home. Like, there's no doubt about it. I knew as soon as he gets past me in that situation, I'd been defending him pretty well, but as soon as I turn the wrong way and then my sluggish centre-backs are not going to be able to get there, Jamie Vardy's got too much pace and is obviously going to get back in the match. And then that's some just beautiful passing and a nice goal, which I mentioned earlier about, is Kasper Schmeichel going to keep this guy in this game? We take a look at the replay here. I think he's scared of Mkhitaryan's shot. He hits it straight down the middle and he like dives the wrong way. Not sure what's going on there, but obviously I will take it. Martial then gets through 1-on-1, bottles that attempt by hitting the post. What am I doing? My shooting should be a lot better there. I need to be clinical. I then go for the sweat. He takes me out, but it doesn't really count as a foul because I think he won the ball, but it literally falls so jammy to Heung-min Son, and he's able to stick that ball in the back of the net. We go 3-1 up just before half time, and obviously that 2-goal cushion is going to help me throughout the rest of this game. So at half-time, we do have the 2-goal cushion. Like I said, I'd actually had loads of possession. Because this guy was hounding me down so much, it was forcing me to, like not slow down my play, because I was pinging the ball about and stuff, but slow down my attacks. So I was passing the ball around a lot more before actually going on the ascent and trying to score the goal. He gets one back with Harry Kane, but I run straight down the other end and score a goal with Heung-min Son. Like, I'm pretty sure that was, like, kickoff goal timings, because I got very lucky. There was a particular moment there where I feel like I gave a foul away, but it didn't give it, and it dropped straight to my player. And again, like, Heung-min Son easily gets that one past Kasper Schmeichel. He then gets an opportunity to get one back into the game, point blank range with Son, and he misses the target. But however, the next time Son goes on a run, he actually scores an easy goal, and I'm not sure again what my keeper's doing in that situation. But would you Adam and Eve it? I run down the other end and score a kickoff goal. I'm sorry, if it's still in the game. Like, there seems to be a boost when I run down the line, or whoever scores the goal. You don't celebrate that goal until you defend the next attack from your opponent, because they seem to be able to score straight away. It's absolutely crazy. He runs down the other end, scores another goal once he gets a few moments and a few bits of space right there. Jamie Vardy scoring the goal. And what would you reckon is going to happen next? I just run it straight down with Heung-min Son, take an audacious shot, and it goes straight in the back of the net. It's weird. I hope it gets fixed soon, just because... like, we lose a little bit of the validity of the game. Like, what is that dive from Kasper Schmeichel, by the way? He's diving backwards and straight. I actually no idea what's going on. I give away a sloppy penalty. Went with my challenge like one step too early, and obviously that means he takes the player rather than the ball, and then I dive the right way, but Aurier, who randomly has taken this pen, actually hits the bar, and that's all she wrote. So eventually I win that game 6-4, and it was a 10-goal thriller. Like, there shouldn't be that many goals in the game, so I'll take it. I love it. I loved getting as many goals as possible for clips and stuff. But yeah, it's a little bit silly, isn't it? And then we go on into the semi-final. This guy somehow managed to get 88 rated Ozil and 90 rated Eden Hazard into his squad. Obviously doing the same as me by playing silver players on the bench. And actually, when I think about it, I have got 89 rated Luka Modric in the team. So it's, you know, obvious that it can be done. I have a corner, and that's one of the most dangerous things that you can have on this game, because your opponent runs up the other end and scores a goal. Not much I don't think my keeper could have done, but maybe looked like he was trying to put a bit of effort in there. I'm pretty sure he just fell to the ground when that ball went into the back of the net. So we're 1-0 down in this game, and then I miss a chance like that with Mkhitaryan, and that sort of triggers me, you know. This guy was incredible on the ball. Could not get the ball off him. I'm not sure if he was doing no-touch dribbling or dribbling with the LB button where you do like a really close touch, but he would get right up to me. I was about to tackle him, and he'd somehow just move the ball, like shift the ball up to the side of my player. Could not get the ball off this guy to save my life. Every sort of 50-50 bounce was going in his direction. I genuinely felt hard done by in this game. But when you take a look at some of the goals we scored running up to this game, I can probably let it slide that there's going to be some times where you don't get the luck of the draw, you know? So, the ball falls to Eden Hazard here, who chops past my defender. I try and make the tackle. I do touch the ball, but it doesn't actually give it back to me. And then he somehow scores that goal from that angle and stuff. Fine. Just genuinely thought I probably should have got the tackle in there. I then run down the other end with Martial. There's too much pressure from, I think it was Koscielny. I'm not too sure though. And it makes me completely and utterly put that ball wide of the post. And at half-time, things are not looking good. You know, I'm a goal down, and my opponent is very solid. I'm struggling against him. Luka Modric gets in the box, goes for the shot, gets blocked, but somehow he gets a second chance at it, and that is a slice of luck in my favour in that particular instance. When you see it back, and the ball just literally comes straight back into Modric's feet, and he does some weird little flick touch to get it back. There we go, look. Oh, there's the flick, and then he hits it first time. Goalkeeper can't quite get to it. I'm struggling to believe that that one's getting in the back of the net. But it doesn't last for long. My opponent goes 3-2 up. Kind of, I'm not sure. I don't know what the minutes were. I'm not sure if that was a kickoff goal or not. But then this happens. Batshuayi just turns me, hits it, and it goes in. And without really knowing, I go from 2-2 to 4-2 down. And I'm genuinely not too sure why, because I thought I was holding off quite well. I then get through with Martial. I'm one-on-one. Surely I can score this. And the quickest player in the entire world, Koscielny, catches me up. And take a look at the touches that Batshuayi's doing there. That was the sort of thing that I'm on about him like somehow getting past me. I know some of them are ball rolls, but there was just a couple of like shifts of the ball, which I really wish I could learn. At this point, my head had gone. Obviously, I'm not even tackling. I'm just... I've lost it. This game is lost, and I was actually so fuming. I thought I'd got hard done by. Watching it back, I think I just came up against someone who was way better than me. So, yeah, in hindsight, I definitely deserved to lose this one. But at the time, it didn't feel like that at all. I get a nice goal back with Heung-min Son, but that's not going to do much when I'm already 4 goals down in the second half. You know, to get one back doesn't really mean much. But GG's to that guy. I want to learn how you do that dribbling technique, man, because that was ridiculous. So there you have it, guys. I get knocked out in the semis. Don't even make it to the final this time. A pretty good run up until that semi-final, and that was generally just a tough opponent. That happens from time to time. I will give it another run at some point during this week, probably in the next episode, and I might think about changing the team around. We've got 230k to play with, as well as all of these players. So getting excited about building potentially a really cool super team or something like that. Smash a like on the video if you have enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new. Have a great day. I'll catch you next time, guys. Peace.